What's good, everyone? This is DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. I wanted to talk about the transfer portal and what athletes can do to navigate it better, more efficient, as well as coaches. Now, it's been going on for a year, and as you see, if you look at social media and other various sites, it's like the Wild Wild West. Now, I have no problem with the transfer portal. I think it could be beneficial, especially to smaller schools. But I want athletes to do this. I want them to, and I'm talking about the athletes that are either thinking about going to the transfer portal or already have their name in the transfer portal. I want you to write down your needs for the next school, that you want from the next school. Because I'm seeing too much of, well, since player A didn't start in year one, they're in their feelings and leave. When you know you have a chance to get playing time the next season. That's a good situation. Please do not transfer just because your coach yells at you or try to discipline for not showing up on time for practices or anything else. That's the worst way to transfer. Because if you can't listen to that coach, what makes you think you're going to listen to the next coach you play for? Weighing options is never easy. It's a lot of decisions to be made, a lot of thought, a lot of pressure, friends, family members. When you make your decision, whether to stay in the transfer portal or I've seen people back out of the transfer portal and come back to the school. Do not be influenced by family and friends. I repeat, do not be influenced by family and friends. This is your decision. Now, your parents or your parent, they'll assist you on, life experiences. And even if they didn't play college athletics, they know about life. So they could kind of navigate that whole process with you. But don't go to the transfer portal because you got a couple homies in your ear saying, you didn't play in year one, man. You need to leave and go somewhere else. Knowing the fact that you may play the next year. You got 4 to 5 years. With these new 5th year rules in the NCAA, you can play 4 games, get red-shirted, and play the next season as a redshirt freshman. This didn't happen before, but now it's available. Football is a tough sport. It's a man's game. And if you're not willing to put in the grind, then you won't go anywhere as a player. Toughness travels. What you are on the field in practice is what you will be on the next team if you go to a different school. A lot of folks want football to be easy, but it's never easy. That's why it's a special sport, because only a few can actually establish dominance in this game. As for the fans, when a young man transfers, please don't get in your feelings and start shaming his decision. This is his life. It's no different when you make a job choice where you're trying to transfer jobs. We do it all the time. So we can't be hypocrites and get on a young man because he's making a decision not only for himself, but his family, his future education, everything. Let's not be hypocrites. This is the new NCAA. And what the transfer portal is doing in a positive note, that they're not even saying this on old media, but I'll say it. It's actually slowly but surely leveling the playing field. Look at all the basketball upsets. Look at Texas Southern, what they did against Florida's basketball team. They're ranked number 20, Florida that is. They beat the Gators pretty soundly. And if you look at Texas Southern's roster, they have a lot of transfers from FBS schools. They got a big man from Houston, a couple of them from the Big East. So when you have transfers on an HBCU team, you just saw Texas Southern. The only reason why Texas Southern is 1-7, Texas Southern has the strongest non-conference schedule. They schedule all the ranked teams. They always do this. And then when conference play starts, they run through the conference. And that's why they always win SWAC championship games and go to March Madness. So I give them credit for that. Now, coaches, only use the transfer portal to, number one, get a star if you can. For all the teams that don't have quarterbacks, that's when you go and get one in the transfer portal. A mature quarterback can fix a franchise immediately. Just imagine if Bethune-Cookman had an established quarterback that played in the FCS, had repetition, and started games. Their team will have a 180 of success turnaround. Now, to the coaches that are coaching now and coaching for years, here's what I don't want to see from you. I don't want to see you all be dependent on transfer portal. So you get a bunch of transfers who are not impact players that may start just to fill a roster void. How about you give those scholarships to high school players so you can develop them and actually coach and actually develop on your own? Because some coaches, not all, but some of them are only using the transfer portal because they don't know themselves how to develop. Now, they would never tell you this, but that's their whole bottom line. This is a quick fix. Oh, I don't have to develop like I did with a high school player. I get a more mature player. So the transfer portal is to only get impact players. If I was a head coach in Division I or FCS, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll go to transfer portal to get a specific need. But I'm trying to build a program, something that will sustain for years to come. And when you do it that way, when you do it the right way, when you only, I'm going to keep it really real with y'all. If I was a coach and I wanted to look in the transfer portal, the most I would get in the transfer portal, because how many scholarships? Like 25 offer, 25. Like if my limit was 25 signees, I could get 25 signees. I'm only getting 7, the most for me, 7 transfers. That's all I'm getting. And everybody else, that would be like, 18 high school players. Again, if that's the limit, if 25 is the limit, then 7 transfers. I will always limit that low because I want more high school players. I want more untapped potential. Now, that's just what I think. But I'm excited for signing day. All the college football fans be excited about it. I truly think they're going to move early signing day. They're talking about it right now, Mark Emmert and the NCAA. And I knew that was going to happen. Because with these coaching changes that's recurring yearly, seems like every month now, that there's a coaching change. I knew they was going to have a situation like this on their hands where they got to fix it. So just a guess, watch out for a month or two. There will be news that the early signing day wouldn't be no more, or it would be pushed earlier before the season. So that's the solution. If I'm the NCAA, early signing day is, I would have it on August, early August before the season. And they also need a transfer portal deadline to make it smooth. Because right now it's just all over the place. And there's bowl season going on and people transferring out. You got to put a deadline. There's supposed to be a deadline. I know a lot of people don't like deadlines, but if you want something new to be transitioned smoothly, you got to have some structure. It's common sense. So be on the lookout for it. To all the athletes out there, make the best decision for you, but also make the smart decision. Don't just do it because your football situation is tough, that you got to work more, put in work, and be a dog and practice every day. Don't just do it when a coach cusses you out for not studying your playbook enough and not being a team player. Don't just transfer when you have a black coach who is tough on you because he wants you to have a better life than they did. So you take that personal and transfer out because you couldn't handle it. Those are the wrong reasons to transfer. You transfer because of the right optics. So shout out to the athletes, the coaches, the brothers that's putting in work. This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. And I'm out.